everybody's, everybody, I think, in theory, would like to have it and needs it. But what you don't need are additional tax hikes on the thing. We talked a lot about the big, beautiful bill passing, which was great news, but we didn't tackle this health insurance factor, and that's something everybody needs to be eyes wide open about.
Right. And what this affects is not people who are on Medicaid, because that's where the Democrats were focused, because they wanted to have people on Medicaid who don't work, able-bodied adults, don't want to look for work, and just want to get free health care. That was a Medicaid issue. Also, they wanted to provide Medicaid for illegal immigrants that are here. And that's not what this is about. This is about working Americans who want to pay for their own health care, who go to the exchanges and have gotten tax credits based on need if they're working, if they've got a job, but a lot of health insurance is pretty expensive, and they can find the health care. But they have public opinion support on their behalf, because this is something that's coming up, after everybody was focused on the Trump tax cuts. But after that got done, and now that's law, and that's signed into effect, now we've got to address the issue that in October, the exchanges will open up, people will be looking to renew their health care. And when we asked questions for Americans with a balanced budget, it was overwhelmingly bipartisan support for individual health insurance marketplace. When we asked, as part of the individual insurance marketplace, working class Americans, their families can qualify for premium tax credits that lower their monthly health care premium and help them afford out-of-pocket costs like deductibles, co-payments, co-insurance. Do you support or oppose the premium tax credits that help lower health plan costs for millions of Americans? And overall, 86-8, all voters said they support it. And Republicans supported 84-9, Democrats 89-4, Independents 83-10. Trump voters supported 82-10. So this is something where you've got a rare case in Washington where the voters outside the Beltway have almost universal, across the board, bipartisan support for this. And when we ask, about, sorry, Chris, go ahead.
No, John, what I wanted to do is let people know there are a couple of ways to get involved in this before we get too long in the conversation, which is stophealthcosthikes.com. Stophealthcosthikes.com. You can actually get engaged in this conversation. John, my question is there a political lack of will to help people out with their health insurance? It has long been asserted that we know people on the left have kind of imagined a single-payer healthcare system that's administered by the government. Right. Is that what we're talking about here? It's hard to believe that Republicans would not be screaming from the rafters on this thing to help people shore up their private health insurance costs. What's going on?
Well, I think we were so focused on the fact that if the Trump tax cuts did not get made permanent, they were going to lapse at the end of the year. And if they lapsed, you were going to have the largest tax increase on everybody in the history of the country, where you would have had 91% of all Americans paying $2,000. And it was a total of $4.5 trillion, would put us in a recession. So I think Congress was so focused on that, because remember, we did not get one single Democratic vote in that tax battle. In the House or the Senate, there was not a single Democratic vote to stop that tax increase. So now you've got Democrats, as you just very correctly mentioned, they would love single payer. They would love government-run health care. They don't want to deal with working people paying and having tax credits, et cetera. They would just want to tax everybody, and the government would tell you when you could go see your doctor, when you could get procedures. It would be absolute government-run socialized medicine. So you have that. And so they might want to see the exchanges collapse. You also have Republicans who never liked Obamacare, but I think they were focused on the Medicaid battles and not focused on the working class Americans. And these are Trump voters. Trump voters who basically, they work for a living. They may not have gone to college, but they're making a good living, but they want to be able to afford health care. They don't want to go on Medicaid. They want to buy something that they can afford, get covered. And that's what we've got. And we've got to make sure that they keep that coverage.
Yes. And the way you do this, the way you can get engaged and let Washington know you're paying attention to this and you want them to act again is stophealthcosthikes.com. We're glad for Americans for a Balanced Budget for bringing this to our attention. This is critically important to anybody that pays for their own health insurance. So do get engaged.
Absolutely.
I think it'll be handled. I think the Republicans who control Congress by a whisker will tackle this year with your encouragement. So again, stophealthcosthikes.com. John McLaughlin, former Trump campaign advisor and part of the Americans for a Balanced Budget campaign. We're so grateful for your time and your message today, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for the opportunity.